All right, Dakota, I'm calling you out.
Please don't.
I think we got some old drawings to rehash.
Why are you doing this?
Because we're back here in the town square and we gotta settle things.
You just invited me to the server. I don't.
Well, that's
Damn it, boy, you got corn in your ears?
no way to be, Dakota.
How
You
long do I
yellow
have?
some bitch.
That is vaguely racist, sir.
You peachy Caucasian son of a bitch.
That is certainly racist.
But it's true.
God, no. I'm not even sure if you can use peachy to describe me.
Why not?
Because I'm pasty.
You alabaster asshole.
There you go.
All right.
God damn it. The worst part is, you remember Skips from the D&D and pirate things, Travis?
Yeah.
His captain was Captain Alabaster.
Was he a pale son of a bitch?
I don't know. I didn't develop him too much because he died like immediately.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Gonna have to have a backstory session.
That was the entire first episode. 10 Paces will figure out about it one day.
Yo, play yogurt skinned having. Why I oughta.
I'm gonna have to take his word on it because I haven't had Yoplait or yogurt.
You go-gurt looking ass.
No. The texture just makes me want to gag.
It's so creamy.
I'm a very strange individual when it comes to food textures.
Fair.
Creamy and thick.
Yeah. Just like Mama used to make.
Excuse me.
You've never had your mama's yogurt?
I literally had just stated I've never had yogurt.
Oh, yogurt at all?
Yeah, there was no joke in there. I just have not had it.
I thought you just meant Yoplait.
No, I said Yoplait and yogurt, either or.
I'm sorry, I didn't listen.
Well, how do you
No,
shit?
I'm used to. I take fiber supplements daily.
I mean, if it gets the job done.
Yes. I'm a little lost. I've never complained about my ability or inability to shit, Travis. This feels like a little bit of a projection or fetish. Why is this suddenly a topic of concern for you?
You'll find out later.
Can I find out now?
No.
Why not? It sounds like content.
This now isn't later.
Incontinent content?
What? I could understand you. What was that?
Incontinent content.
Incontinent content. It's gonna be my new YouTube channel.
Ew. Hi, Red Axum. How you been? That's where I got the Yoplait yogurt.
Gonna be a bit of a chill one today, I assume. I think we're all on that wavelength, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I'm a sweaty boy.
Well, it is high noon, so.
That sun's beating down.
Uh-huh.
Here in my studio, anyway.
Yeah, we got a little bit of different landscapes here. 'Cause I'm in the tundra and you're in the... Well, I don't know where you are, but it's hot. Little fire.
I'm also in a bit of a tundra, so I share your pain with that one.
Any idea when they'll get that fixed? Or is it just the landlord being a butt?
I put in a request today. I tried to thaw it out while I was at work today and didn't quite take, so it seems like a deeper issue.
Joy.
Ooh, yeah.
Sometimes when you run them too much, they just freeze up. You think that might...
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to thaw it out while nobody was here.
Gotcha.
And that didn't seem to do anything.
Just dump a bunch of hot water on it.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, easy.
Oh, I assumed that's what you were trying to do.
No, I think he just wasn't running it.
Oh yeah, no, hot water. Once it gets to a certain point, like just like fridges, it won't do a damn thing without some sort of hot liquid.
I figured, sitting out there in a 100-degree day ought to get things moving a little bit.
It would eventually, but at the same time, nothing to explain away. Your landlord just should be able to fix it, right? I had a feeling.
Good 2 weeks to make sun tea.
Yep.
Might take me a good hour to like be a conversing human. I've had a very bizarre day, but you know how you sometimes have those days that are bizarre, but by the merit of just like nothing. Like it's not an event that made it bizarre; it's the lack of any events.
No, most of my life is pretty.
It's the exception that proves the rule.
Right. Sure. I'm gonna pretend that explains my situation because
Dakota's bizarre lack of adventure.
Yeah, this is me writing my own JoJo fanfic instead of watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
How do you do that if you don't know what it is?
It's a fanfic. When the fuck are they ever accurate?
I mean, they at least have like a basis to go off. You're just like, there's maybe vampires.
There's enough seasons to where I'll probably hit something that happens. I'm not worried.
That's true. That's true. How did you get your standability?
I don't know, some traumatic childhood event that I repressed so I don't have to explain it right now.
Nope, that's none of JoJo.
Son of a dick.
I just looked at the 10-day forecast, and I'm not looking forward to it.
Same here.
It's hot. It's very hot.
It's hot in Missouri.
Missouri fucking sucks.
Yeah, don't we hit like 100?
On Tuesday.
All week?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Spike the chin a bit more.
So what are you're working on the knot work right now?
Yeah. I wanted to make that a little more uniform, and I figured the best way to do it is to trace.
Fair.
And I'm just kind of going back in and retracing facial features now that I have a little bit more time to actually make them, just a little more presentable and
Yeah.
kind of play around with designs. You might see me doing a lot of stuff and just trying it out today because I like this one. I might make it a print. I'm also playing with the idea of instead of making it, let me find the right tool, a landscape like this, I might go in and try to make it more of a portrait, yeah. Because I want to make it a print, and just one of my teachers said something oddly. He said no matter what medium, it always seems that landscape sells far less than portrait.
That's weird. I guess most posters are landscape or are portrait. Huh.
Oh, good. I was starting to get worried that Definitely Not Cairo was definitely not here.
Never fear.
Don't worry, Dakota. Representation is here.
Yeah, I've got my legal counsel. But yeah, I want to make this into a print, so... I mean, just look at the difference between...
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Did I make a mark over here? Whatever. I don't have music. That's why it feels like... There we go.
You guys are music to my ears.
Boy, you listen to some shitty music.
Yeah, I do.
It's alright. It's like, well, we already knew ska, so.
Yeah, I'm unashamed.
That's fine. I can't say anything about being unashamed about unpopular music.
I don't even remember what brush I used for the line on here.
Ah, see, you should do my method where you just do whatever. Use a different brush.
That's what I'm doing now. Didn't know I was ripping you off.
I don't really know if using a different brush is ripping anyone off. It's like saying drawing a head ripped off a Renaissance era painter. Kind of obscene.
Yeah, and Michelangelo's lawyers are going to sue.
Yeah, well, he touched dead bodies. Or am I thinking of Leonardo? I'm thinking of Leonardo. Might add hair this time, too. I don't know. Depends if I'm feeling brave.
What sort of hair would you have?
Which one are you working on, Dakota?
The fairy and the flower one we did for mechanical flowers.
Oh, right on.
I'm just going in and giving all of it a lot more detail. I very well could just be working on line work the whole time. And then if I'm caught up on work Thursday, I might bring it back up.
There you go. You hear that, y'all? We're doing a little something extra this Thursday. Gonna try and hit the monthly stream quota.
This is news to me.
You were busy when we talked about this.
Fair.
Oh, I had mentioned it, but our meeting was kind of brief.
Yeah.
Oh, you did get to talk to Aaron that night?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Thursday you're doing a shorter stream or something, an additional stream.
Yeah.
Nice. What are you thinking it's gonna be over? Anything specific?
Gun control.
I mean,
Yeah, we're doing a TED Talk.
Okay.
Just trying out a new format.
Travis and I just really felt like we hadn't really cemented ourselves as liberal shills, so we wanted to dive right in.
By all means, follow your bliss.
Oh, we hate it, but we just, you gotta do what you gotta do to get paid.
Fair.
Yeah, guns have too much control.
Too much money.
And we want some of that money.
Right.
This is gonna be tough.
Yeah, you
you
picked a hard one.
Yeah, I picked a bad knot work to go off of.
I mean, if it's real Celtic knotwork, they're all gonna be challenging.
This is true.
You could take it like an Art Nouveau style and do like a negative space. That might help.
I could, but
Since when do you do things the easy way?
Day.
yeah, the coward's way.
I also decided to do something that's gonna be a little challenging because I'm redrawing this whole figure. Not redrawing, but like redoing the framework to make sure it's at least somewhat serviceable. That's just making me realize how some of it was not very serviceable.
Well, when you bang them out in like 30 minutes, that happens, or an hour even.
Yeah, well, the figure was also the last thing I did.
Yeah.
I really should have just focused on a flower for this, but I had a plan and I was stupid. I need to turn off the background colors for this too.
It's easy to knock something out if you don't think you'll ever have to look at it again.
Unfortunately for you, we have these replays.
I mean, if I was subscribing to that lifestyle, I don't know why I'd be saving these. I'd just get rid of them all.
They'd only exist in the form of the VOD.
That's true art.
The EVA watch party? Aaron, you know what that means?
Nope.
I think I'm forgetting something.
I mean,
All right, cool.
were we supposed
Conversation over.
were we supposed to do a watch party? Because I watched that
Oh,
shit
was this
on my own.
the Evangelion thing he was talking about?
I think he wants to do an Ava watch party,
Oh,
but we'd have to work on logistics.
yeah, it's hard to schedule stuff with adults. Like they're busy or something, having lives.
Gross.
I know. Not a fan. We got some, I don't know if you guys are into Hollow Knight, but there's some Silk Song news.
There's a lot of
Ooh.
news this week.
Yeah, there's been a lot of conferences since E3 isn't the thing this year.
I got a little hypey for Starfield, and I was tempering myself because, you know, it's not going to be the revolutionary game a lot of people are wanting, but I think it's going to be exactly what I want out of Bethesda.
What exactly do you want out of Bethesda?
Good RPG game where you can play a character and really get into it, closer to what happened with like Oblivion, Fallout 3, or New Vegas. I know New Vegas was Obsidian.
Yeah,
Still. And this seems to be a solid mix of what Bethesda's been doing, including some of the stuff from Obsidian as well. Like, it looks like their faction system's leaning towards what New Vegas did. Yeah, Red Axum's right. It screamed No Man's Sky at some points.
it really did, from what I saw.
Holy. I don't know. But I love the base building in Fallout 4, so I'm all for it.
You're in a vast minority there, friend.
Yeah, I know.
I love.
That's the fun thing about being in the minority when it comes to this shit. I can buy the game and everyone else can just shut the fuck up. But I am happy they didn't do the No Man's Sky and promise too much. And they needed to show gameplay, otherwise everyone was gonna get too hypey.
Yeah. It'll probably be better than No Man's Sky. At least
On launch.
on launch, yeah. I haven't played No Man's Sky since launch.
Very decent game now.
Yeah, I kind of got burned on it, which is
I
understandable.
don't blame you.
Yeah.
At all.
I want to try it now that it has like VR and more than just running around empty planets and mining carbon.
Minecraft made a whole franchise off of that.
It's true.
Yeah. I know what you mean about delivering what they said, Red Axum. The fact that they were willing to state, because they have ambitious ideas with some of the shit they're doing, but they showed most of it in action at least once, and they, no joke, this is going to sound like the dumbest reason ever, but I have unbelievable faith in them, simply because after their company's entire history, they have finally learned how to make a human face that isn't repulsive.
I don't know if I even saw faces. I mean, I didn't watch all of the Starfield stuff.
Took a while. I will say my biggest complaint is the space shoots seem really present and uninspired. I am not happy with the spacesuits. They look very NASA generic, very little inspiration. And I hope that changes at some point.
Well, you know how Bethesda games are. That's about it.
Yeah. I'm also not going to be able to get it because it's console exclusive. So
Really? It's not on PC.
I on Mac.
Oh.
So Yeah, I gotta shut up and eat that one.
Yeah, that looks very
Horizon?
Zero Dawn. Or
Yeah,
yeah.
they tried a little too hard to go hyper realistic with the faces and hit the uncanny valley pretty hard. I can see that. I just don't want to admit it because I'm a huge fan of Zero Dawn. I haven't played the new one.
I think the new one's probably better.
Yeah.
Yeah, those faces actually look pretty good in Starfield.
Yeah, their character creation I was really happy about too, because they got like all kinds of body shapes and sizes. So it's like, most character creators are mess with the face and then change your exact same size human body every time. And I'm like, God damn it, come on. So the ability to actually like have size and shape difference is pretty cool.
I like that you can.
I didn't see how in depth they had gotten.
I only caught snippets, but they did show off that little detail, so.
Yeah, I just got Todd Howard talking out his ass and tuned
Yeah,
out a little bit.
I kind of slept every time he was talking. The first half of their presentation was pretty bad, and the combat looks underwhelming as it does with most Bethesda games, so that's...
Oh yeah, it looked like they tried to foray into run and gun and just do not have like any, like, they don't have a robust enough system behind it.
Yeah, the other option is they tried to tell whoever was recording the demo to play it that way, and the game's not meant for it.
Oh yeah.
Because I also got the feeling like, I looked at it and like, no one plays a fucking Bethesda game like this. No one except people who are already like really overpowered and doing silly shit because they can. Like, almost everyone I know takes a little bit more of a measured response than this, and I hope this isn't intended because it just looks bad.
But it's the most anticipated game of the past 20 years.
Nope. I just want my Fallout 5 in space.
At least with the settings, I think you'll get what you want.
Yep.
I'm not expecting an amazing game. I'm just expecting a pretty basic
fun one.
Bethesda
Or
game.
the same.
Yeah, it's... I don't know why everyone... Like, let's be blunt. Every success Bethesda has, besides New Vegas, if you want to attribute that to them in any respect, has
Especially.
had huge flaws, and everyone loved them despite, because they did some key things really well. And I think that's exactly what we're going to get with Starfield. And I'm okay with that. I also think the gaming community has a growing, ridiculous obsession with games being everything they think it should be lately. That's been fostered way before No Man's Sky, even.
Yeah,
But people
Yeah.
like No Man's Sky definitely have made that problem worse.
I think a big turning point was Mass Effect.
Andromeda was pretty bad for sure.
Oh, I was gonna say 3 when
Oh yeah, 3. I forgot about that fiasco. I didn't play it, so.
they for those who don't know, people didn't like the ending, so they like people campaigned to get it changed, and they caved and changed it a bit. And since then, people feel like that can be the new norm.
I think that really came to a head with Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Cyberpunk was kind of the one where people knew a little bit better in some spaces. And I think it was kind of that, like, disappointed parent, this is your last chance to fix your fuck up thing. And they just said, haha, no.
Hey, look, more Witcher. You guys like The Witcher?
Oh, is that their... Yeah, that's right, that was pretty much their response.
Yeah. After like a year, they're like, so we're making Witcher 4. Forget about the DLC with Cyberpunk. It's happening at some point, maybe. Yeah, it's just like if you want a game to be everything you want a game to be, just make it. And if you can't make it, well, don't complain as much. Or don't expect it to be what you want. Exactly.
Dom does have a very good point, though, that entitlement's at an all-time high in every industry.
True.
And I think COVID brought it out of all the places where it wasn't being a problem beforehand. Like the service industries, it was already bad there, and it hit an extreme. I've heard so many horror stories from friends.
I thought things would have tempered down in service, but I guess the people who are raring to get back into it are the ones who are least respectful of people's, I don't know,
Anything?
well-being.
The Sonic redo. To be fair, Sonic did not physically look good.
Yeah.
Or I guess.
But I do
aesthetically.
like the he included what I would call positive fan entitlement, because I think that was a win for the fans and the company.
Well, even Sega told them this does not look good. Don't do this.
Oh, if even Sega butted in, I think that was just.
They have very little room to talk.
Yeah.
I think that was mismanagement somewhere along the lines then. Because if even Sega agreed with them, that doesn't sound like saving face. That sounds like someone was out of their depth and tried to push it through, knowing, not caring.
Mm-hmm.
But fans were entitled about it nonetheless.
I think it came out a better product, though.
Yeah. The problem is with most entitlement is it usually doesn't.
Yeah. The main issue, aside from obvious bugs that I had with Cyberpunk, is that and I think a lot of people were sort of expecting it to just be a video game version of the tabletop and not a video game version of a module of a pre-planned story and all that.
Yeah, I agree. I expected it to more. I basically expected it to be like CD Projekt Red's take on a Bethesda style game.
Yeah.
Is what I think. That's what most people seemed like they were expecting to me. And yeah, the story was very one note and also not very engaging past the intro.
The intro was absolutely the best part. And the parade pretty late in was pretty cool.
Yeah, that part's alright. But those felt like the two only polished story things in the entire...
Yeah.
Which was a little weird.
The dream din or whatever could have been really cool.
I don't even remember that, which should tell you something.
Yeah,
Maybe I didn't do it. Actually...
You have to.
I just don't fucking remember it. I probably have done it twice and just don't remember.
Probably. You kill the... It's essentially the same thing that happened in 4. You kill the bad guy that you were looking for in the beginning, and then you go into his brain or whatever.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm sure it's there somewhere, and I just am looking over it.
Fortunately, what they needed to do was... shit, that's not gonna work. Which would have taken much more work than, they were already allotted time for. But... the different classes or origins really need to feel just like a radically different game.
Even
that's
after,
a lot to ask of a single game.
Yeah, even their attempted redesign recently missed that mark pretty heavily. Because they recently revamped their skill system and it was not a hit, in my opinion.
In what game?
Cyberpunk? In Cyberpunk, yeah.
Oh, I haven't revisited it.
Yeah, they attempted to redo parts of it, and it didn't land, in my opinion. And I was somebody who was probably one of the much, much nicer people when it came to that game. I actually didn't mind it for what I paid. I thought it was worth the money. And I did buy it at full price.
Yeah, I got my time out of it.
Yeah. And I think that's where a lot of the problem is. People are expecting the fucking Iliad in game form. And I was like, motherfucker, did you get $60 worth out of it? Alright, quit expecting every normal MSRP game to be like an epic that gives you endless updates, like games as a service style.
Mm-hmm. You have to remember also, CD Projekt Red is not a it's not like the like not trillion obviously, but like super high-end AAA game developer. They do develop AAA games, but they are still an indie company.
Yeah, I think people definitely lost sight of that.
And then people are like, but Witcher 3 is so good. It's like, yeah, but did you play Witcher 3 at launch? Because it was really buggy then too.
Yeah. They also definitely overshot what they should have for what the last gen consoles could do.
I think that was a board thing.
Yeah, that didn't. I'm pretty sure the game company would have said no to that if they could.
Yeah. Because I absolutely think the game would have been a lot better on, current gen consoles. I mean, that's what I played it on. I was playing the PS4 on PS5, and it ran so much better.
Yeah, I'm on a PS4, and there are noticeable issues.
I saw a video, and my friend was talking about it, how he would be driving and then just slam into a car that hadn't loaded in yet.
Thank God I never had anything that bad.
Yeah. The hype definitely hurt them. Like, people were stupidly hyped about it. And they had talked about it for years and years, and it kept getting delayed, and then people were getting hungry for it. Yeah. And they got, the big guy that made Cyberpunk in on it, which obviously they should, and that was a good decision, but then they started, hyping in with celebrities, and yeah. They made their monster also. It just sucks that it'll probably get abandoned before it can get super, super good. But they probably learned a lesson, to be fair.
Yeah, well, and also whenever things go publicly that wrong, I think it teaches the whole industry a lesson usually.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people were surprised that happened so soon after No Man's Sky, but I think it was necessary for it to happen because No Man's Sky made a comeback and kind of regained all their faith with the community.
They were allowed to work on it.
Yeah, and I think seeing that kind of lessened what everyone else saw as the potential risk, even though it was still just as dire if you do something like that. So I think CD Projekt Red and whoever was pulling the strings behind the scenes saw the comeback story from No Man's Sky and went, who cares if it's not done now? We can bounce back like they did.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're going to be able to bounce back with that game specifically, or if they're just going to, sort of wipe their hands and be like, well, Witcher.
Yeah, their good faith is certainly destroyed. There's no doubt of that.
Yeah, which sucks because before that game came out, people were like, they can do no wrong, and now they're like, remember Cyberpunk?
I was shockingly one of the few. I loved Witcher 3. I was actually in the camp of, I don't know, I don't trust this.
Too many, sort of like a too many cooks thing.
I always temper what I see versus what I hear, and that's actually why I'm kind of hyped for Starfield now, because what I saw seems like something I would enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sitting here doing the No Man's Sky with all this shit. Most nervous thing is when they mentioned 1,000 planets throughout 100 systems. I'm like, all right, they know they have a hard number. They're probably going to do something procedural to fill out these planets. I hope they give more of an identity to them.
Yeah, I worry about that. The planets feeling a little samey.
But I was also just super happy it's not, hey, we're just gonna No Man's Sky Infinite Planets, because that's just dumb.
Yeah. You can't meaningfully make infinite planets.
Yeah, not to mention it's kind of the best attempt at it's kind of already done with No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
That's not what you're promising with this game. Please don't.
No one's gonna have the time to visit all those planets, so you might as well make them feel.
Yeah.
Make a few fleshed out ones.
I would rather have 20 really good planets than 100 or 1,000 subpar planets.
Yeah. Like, if I would have heard half the number they quoted, I would have been much happier.
Yeah, and we'll see how it turns out.
True. Maybe they actually... The fact that Pete told them, fuck you, work on it longer, it's not done,
Yeah.
is both worrisome and reassuring, because it means Pete's not willing to put out shit. Pete, one of the head guys at Microsoft.
Yeah, the bad guy from Kingdom Hearts.
That's an accurate statement, and I don't know how I feel about it.
See, so we've already brought up Law and Kingdom Hearts. We're meeting our quotas, guys.
Wait, when did Law come up? I think
Like,
I missed that one.
Everybody drink. We hit.
You
We're just hitting those bingos.
talked about Kyra being your legal team.
That is true, and it was me once again
Yep,
without intending to. Son of a
Like
dick.
4 minutes in.
God damn it. Alright, I'm gonna go grab a drink, actually. BRB.
Okay. I've played like 2/3 of Kingdom Hearts 3 and don't remember Pete being in it at all. So yeah, it's pretty irrelevant, but a lot of people were.
Most of the game was.
Yeah. I heard it had some really good like organization stuff, but that's like super late in the game. And I was like, well, I didn't make it there. So who knows?
Yeah, it was very underwhelming. It had some cool ship stuff, but it was pretty late in the game for them to start trying new cool stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't have an X in his name. He can't be that important.
Also true.
God, I've forgotten how to draw figures. I need to practice a little more.
And the game was super easy to the point where I actively avoided the attraction system because I was like, if I just press this button, I win. No.
Oh yeah, and a lot of them were just... They felt more like a waste of time than anything, because I could also finish the fight faster by not using them.
Yep, they just seem like eye candy. And you can do that better.
To be fair, I feel like I haven't played 3, but even from 1 to 2, the difficulty on even on max on 2, because someone told me set it to that no matter what you play at.
Mhm.
Starting at 2, the game felt way too easy, like absurdly easy.
There's definitely some hard parts. There were some bosses, because I was playing it a couple months ago, that I just could not beat. But those were like the super ultimate end game or post game bosses.
Well, you know what? You calling me out did remind me. The second Mulan boss fight's actually very hard.
The big dragon.
Yeah, at least I found it hard.
It was a little bit difficult for me, yeah.
Yeah. And you know, it always depends with when you fight it and what order too.
Yeah, and how much you've grinded or what your loadout is.
My COD loadout? You want a screenshot?
Sure, yeah. Send it. I'll show chat.
I sent it to FaZe, but they just kept sending back laughing emojis. I didn't understand.
Yeah, they're kind of,
Bankrupt?
Morale meter was bullshit. Yes. Yes. Fucking arbitrary, second objective
I
that
hated the
you
morale.
didn't have a whole lot of control over.
Yeah. Oh, that wasn't a joke. I think I saw they actually went bankrupt.
I don't know the whole story, but I do know there was controversy with them.
Okay. Might have been a clickbait title. And I fell for it.
How dare you.
What do you think, Aaron?
Huh.
Let me zoom out a tad.
Huh.
So, let me... Beep, beep, beep. So that's what we had.
Mhm.
That's where we're at.
Go back to the other one.
Trying to make her seem a little less Junji Ito and a little more fairy-like.
I think you accomplished that.
Yeah. But I kind of want to keep the elongated forearms, because, I don't know, I kind of like that weird praying mantis feel the original had.
Yeah.
Which means I'm actually gonna... I'm on the wrong layer.
For berserkers. Oops. But like the Terra fight, and some other stuff, just and some of the data organization fights were just too hard.
I probably didn't do any of that shit.
It was-
from the sound of
It
it.
was in the oh yeah, the berserkers. Those were annoying. It was just like you have to grab their sword and hope that you can kill them before they can do their invulnerability attack.
Oh yeah, those guys were kind of annoying.
They were only in the not remaster, re-release. Final.
Then I
final
must be
mix.
thinking of a different enemy.
No,
There
no,
were
no.
the-
The org fights that I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Because I certainly remember those bastards who you had to steal the weapon from.
Yep. With the big ass T sword or whatever.
I think so. I
Yeah,
remember it was some
they're-
sort of weapon like that.
Rigs, nobodies.
Yeah, I do not remember the details. Need to remember this is me redrawing the rough and not to finish everything out.
Yeah, you definitely do have to figure them out, and some of them had gimmicks that just were not fun. Like, the guy that keeps, like, powering up, I forget his name, he had the big ass sword. Dies in Chain of Memory.
Syx.
Yeah, he was,
Why the fuck do I remember his name?
he was super hardened too.
Alright, we're making a copy of this layer.
I had a hard time with what's his name? The spear guy on the Beauty and the Beast bridge.
Oh
Zaldan.
yeah, Zaldan. He was actually kind of hard too.
That was, I remember the first time I played it, the first time I had to have Mickey summoned.
Oh wow.
Yep, because I died.
Wasn't that a random chance event?
I don't remember.
There were
might-
several like random events that could happen with the forums and everything. There was just that game was like a pachinko machine.
When you said it, for some reason, I thought it was like a low health, a chance at low health, like it was your bailout move. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Mickey is, there's certain fights that can trigger it, and I only know this because of speedruns. There's certain boss fights that can trigger it when you die, and you have like a 95% chance, and then it gets cut down to like a 10% chance after the first time. So the way that they do it is that they die in the underworld fight against Cerberus this is on Proud Mode, because Mickey does so much more damage than Sora at that point.
Neat.
Yep, they definitely route in Mickey, which is funny. And again, I will be right back.
Having so many seemingly random events like that in that game at the time, like I don't know, it's hard to keep track of it all.
There was a lot of press triangle.
Yeah. But also just like these random things would happen and then I'd be like, no, I swear to God, Mickey came out. No, really, I was a Heartless. But then people who haven't experienced those things are like, nuh-uh, nuh-uh.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's a little better.
Because it very much felt like you're coming out of the era of, yeah, my copy of Mario, he cusses.
Yeah.
And so you've got like that dynamic working against you.
Oh god, anti-farm. There's just so much shit in those games. I only played through 2 once, so half this shit sounds like a whole nother game to me, and it might be from a remaster. I don't know.
Yeah, I never really played through the remasters. I started to play through the remake of 1. Spent probably 2 hours building Gumi ships and then never went back.
Ah, you're a man of culture, I see.
Oh yeah.
That's one thing. The Starfield shit looked like gummy ships on steroids, and the stats actually matter.
I hope it's like Kerbal Space Program where you actually have to use like astrophysics to
I want
design your
that.
machine or it will crash on you.
I want that too, but I don't have faith in them to actually put that much effort in.
Oh no. People
I
would
will-
not play that.
I will say it did look like real base building this time. Like good base building, and you can hire people for your ship and base, so.
I want to play One Piece in space.
God damn, I just want a good One Piece game. They all end up in the anime game tropes. I'll be right back.
And then there was one.
Nah, there's 2.
Looks like... Oh, damn it.
What were you gonna do?
I was about to usurp the throne.
Nope. Not today, buckaroo.
Still here, I just had to lean over to get a cover because the tundra has stricken me.
Wadida.
Oh, sorry, I can't hear you. You're breaking up. I think it's all the sweat drops crashing around you.
It's the sand and the tumbleweeds getting in the
tumbleweed.
way of the mic.
Oh, I see. The whole time it's been the heat. That's why he thought this was Western.
Nah, I'm just having a heat stroke, turns out.
You say fuckaroo instead of buckaroo? He better have.
I hope I did. I don't remember.
Then that's a yes.
May have also just mumbled. Yeah, I think it's fixed the first time. Antiform wasn't. Antiform isn't fixed. It's a there's a hidden gauge that goes up every time you use drive forms until eventually it forces you into antiform. Each drive form does have a set amount that it raises that through data mining they've figured out, but yeah. And I know that because, again, speedruns, but this time randomizers.
Ooh.
Yeah, randomizers are pretty cool. If you haven't seen them, you should check them out.
Oh, yeah. I love... Like, you were telling me about the Kingdom Hearts one. I watched Griffin McElroy's Link to the Past.
Oh, I didn't know he did one.
Yeah, he did a randomized Link to the Past with a Guy Fieri skin on his Link.
That sounds fun.
My brain hurts keeping track of all these knots.
Yeah, it's a little confusing.
So this has to be in front.
I've definitely been watching you do it more than watching Dakota's.
Oh, that's mine's also been mostly framework, so not that exciting.
I think that's why I've been barely here, so I think I'm like hypnotizing myself.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm so used to doing roughs while talking that I am starting to get into the meat that will
Yeah.
going to attempt the dreaded face.
Yeah, GDQ for a while there was real randomizer heavy. They even have a weekly show for randomizers.
Yeah.
I think it's just called RNG Generator or something like that. It's one of their...
I do like the random shows, but oh, sorry, I cut you off.
You're
Go
good.
ahead.
It was just one of their hotfix shows.
Yeah, I do like the random shows, but I almost wish it was a different channel because I mistakenly think the marathon starts a lot.
Yeah.
Which is my fault completely, but
Well, good news. The marathon starts at the end of this month.
oh, cool. Hey, and if I stick to my guns and do what I say, I will be done with work by then.
Oh yeah, you can veg out and watch however many hours, 500 hours of GDQ.
probably won't. Wait, what?
And this is the first one in years that it's been at least partially in person. So that's going to be very hype.
I thought last year's
Nope.
was...
They've been all digital with like very few people on site to do like interviews and stuff, but mostly.
I was about to say, I remember some in-person interviews.
Yeah. I'm going to start taking your vacation during SGDQ. That's a fantastic idea.
What the fuck happened to this brush? Why does it look garbage now?
Never leave your couch.
Am I just that zoomed in?
I think this one's in Nebraska or something.
I could really go for just a week of sitting on my couch.
Well, ask off.
I already used all my vacation for the year.
Oh, you'll just have to not get paid for it. And then
Fair
then
enough.
suffer because you don't have money.
I already don't have money.
Oh, well then, no harm. I've definitely thought about taking time off for a GDQ, but then I'm like, well, I already watch it at work anyway, so what's the difference?
Right. Might as well get paid to
Watch GDQ.
game out.
I do miss in person. The one good thing about it being digital is that it's easier to sleep during, because I watch them to go to sleep, and sometimes the hype of the crowd can wake you up. But that's a very minor thing. I like that brush.
Right.
Dakota.
Yeah, I just, I was using it too small, so it looked shitty.
I know it sounds silly, dear, but do it for me,
Just gotta
please.
figure out what I'm
Yeah, the
doing with this. It's...
Sorry.
Oh, no, you got nothing to apologize for.
Oh, well, then okay.
I'm just...
I would go that far.
what was that?
The
I'll listen. All I'm doing is flirting with the Control-Z keys right now. Don't mind me.
okay. 100% Chrono Trigger run was super comfy. The one that you're talking about. Definitely, if you've played Chrono Trigger, I would recommend watching it. I wouldn't watch it if you haven't played Chrono Trigger or haven't beaten Chrono Trigger. Because, you know, spoilers, and it's a really good game. But if you haven't played or beaten Chrono Trigger, why not? Dakota.
What are you talking about?
Chrono Trigger.
I guess I could download it.
Yeah. I definitely make a Chrono Trigger 10 piece. Yes, no, not at all.
I'm gonna watch a dramatic reading of its entire script on YouTube.
You'd be...
Alright, Sheriff, you better keep an eye on that suggestion box. I have a feeling it's about to get chrono triggered.
I mean, I will, but I don't know if I'll do them if the other two haven't played it.
Yeah, going in blind. That's what the fans want to see, right?
Yeah, it worked with JoJo.
I did request an explanation pre-show, though.
I think we gave it to you.
Yeah, you did, but I'm just saying... That'll be on Aaron.
I hope you've got 2 hours for me to go through it all.
Alright, well that'll be... How about that's the show? We don't draw and you explain Chrono Trigger.
I would have to do a refresher.
Good old history lesson.
It is a, if you don't know, a time travel RPG from the Square era.
Yeah, I do know
Oh,
that. I just haven't played it.
it's really good.
I might know something about the ending based off of a friend's D&D campaign, which is the only campaign that I've ever actually been in that ran start to finish.
I've never. Though there are like 20 endings, so that's hard to really
Oh,
say. Yeah.
neat.
Yeah, it depends on what you do and when and how you do it. Mostly when. But like maybe a third of the way through the game, you get the option to just go fight the final boss if you want to, and that's just an ending.
That's the one we did.
I hate to inform you, but my lawyer is downvoting all the suggestions. I think I have to follow suit.
Or at the beginning. Sure. Well, I'm sorry that we can't do those suggestions then. We've been downvoted. But yeah, the art by Toriyama, the Dragon Ball guy.
We're not getting into this.
You don't like Toriyama's art?
I can't decide if it's the fans or the creator, so I'm just gonna drop it because I don't know what my actual opinion is. It's too colored by people I know.
Yeah, I'd have to imagine it's the fans, just because
I think it is.
Toriyama, like, seems like such a sweet guy.
Yeah, that's the thing. If I didn't think it was the fans, I wouldn't have brought it up, and I would have just gone in.
Like, outside of Dragon Ball Z, I find his art style very charming and wholesome.
Mhm. And then Dragon Ball Z is just too blocky, or...
That is how I learned to draw people, and I did not learn to draw people well as a 6-year-old or however old I was.
Well, I mean, it's just a male power fantasy, so they're all beefcakes.
Ooh, yeah, sock it to me.
It's just how it is, but yeah, I don't think it's not the IP, it's the fans, which God knows I'm part of so many fandoms people fucking hate.
I read Homestuck.
We all read Homestuck. I think, Travis, me and you were doing a reading together, like, out loud with other people.
Yeah.
We've all done that.
Yeah, everyone in chat too. Just agree, make us feel better.
Yeah, we're not alone. We're not weird. My D&D player.
I think it's a little out of their zeitgeist.
Probably.
Iris says,
My first year at college, we had Sorry, I cut you off here, and it's your turn to go first.
okay, sure. Just Kyra said that her D&D players forced her to play another session today after a big bombshell yesterday. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah, I appreciate that when the players are like, "No, we're not ending here."
They gotta go to work.
Yeah, but I have to find out what happens next time.
That sucks. I gotta go to work.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, my players have been on like a
Eternal.
7-month cliffhanger. I don't know.
Oh, that sucks.
It's not even a good one, so they're
Those
fine.
Hunter x Hunter hiatuses.
Yeah, well, it's also because most of us got really busy with work right after graduation, which, you know, good problem to have, so we didn't exactly want to worry about that.
Did you hear that Hunter is coming back?
I did. I had stopped before, like, I think I was 1 episode into the Chimera Antarc. I think that's what it's
Yeah.
called.
That...
Yeah, and I kind of got dissuaded by so many spoilers on the fucking internet that were just blatant.
Oh.
Yeah, so I already know the big things that happen. Like, I literally know the big twist,
Right.
deaths, how the villain goes down, and everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it dissuaded me. It's one of the only times spoilers have actually impacted me wanting to watch something.
I still think it's worth it, but it is definitely a hard arc to watch. Just because it's pretty heavy.
I think I was just fatigued from Greed Island because by the end of Greed Island, it felt all kind of fucking pointless. Like I liked the concept of Greed Island, but I just feel like it was a little cowardly and didn't do enough.
It's kind of pointless, yeah. It's mostly just to strengthen them.
Oh, I think Retracin has a different take. Are you saying I saved myself the trouble?
Of the Chimera Antarc,
Reading-
I think.
Yeah.
You may just, if you're gonna get through it, you may just want to read it. It'll be faster.
Yeah, well, since I stopped watching is also when I transitioned to reading everything.
Dude, I would watch just the volleyball game, like an entire anime of just that. That was so much fun.
Volleyball game? Was this Chimera Ant or Greed
Green
Island?
At the end.
I about to say it sounded vaguely familiar, but I. Oh wait, yeah, that's the finale,
Yeah.
right? Okay, yeah.
Phantom Troop arc was great.
I like the Phantom Troop.
Yeah, and I think the fans
The
do too because they come back.
The Vacuum Girl always caught me off guard.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a fun character, like switch up. I don't know why that one always caught me so much. That is one thing. Hunter x Hunter always had very thoughtful fights, which I enjoyed.
Yeah, I like the power system, the magic system in it.
I hate the ants. The ants can get bent. All right. Sounds like I may have made a good decision.
I'll be right back.
All of that stuff is just so good. I had a friend who just finished Hunter, and she really liked it. But I've definitely watched Hunter until I got to the Chimera Ant arc, and I'm like, oh, this is fine. I haven't read any of it, so I don't know really the arc after the end, so... Because the anime pretty much ends after that. It's like maybe 10 episodes. Oh, well then guess I just don't really remember it. Because I've seen it like once. And this was many years ago. Yeah, I thought the ant arc happened and there were a couple episodes. Not much. Okay, that's probably why I just don't remember it. Yeah, it's a very different, just feel. Like, the show's...
It's a pretty heavy tone shift.
Yeah. The show's pretty lighthearted and can have some, darker parts and whatnot. But then the Chimera Ant arc is just very...
Yeah, given what I had spoiled, I kind of assumed that's what happened. And I'm a fan of dark stuff, but, like... That's like if One Piece did that, and that's kind of out of place.
I think One Piece definitely has dark times.
But I mean,
but
come
it's
on,
like a sprinkle, and then they bounce back.
Shit, have you caught up yet?
I'm in.
I know you started reading again.
I'm in the third act of Wano now.
Okay, there's something that happens at the end of Wano that's minor. Like you knowing that something happens isn't going to spoil anything. But the fact that it happened was just such a shock because it's very un-One Piece.
Huh? Weird.
Yeah, and you'll know what I'm talking about probably once you catch up.
Yeah, I think I'm in some Odin flashback right now.
Oh, you're gonna be caught up not too long.
Right. Yeah, I just read it at work whenever I can't do anything else.
Yeah. God, next week's the last week before a big hiatus, and there's some huge news that's gonna happen.
I've heard there's some huge things that is gonna happen and did happen. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, I really want to hear your opinions on it because one of them I fucking hate, and a friend of mine's on the same page with me, but we're very much in the minority.
Oh. Yeah, we can definitely talk about it when I do get there.
Yeah, we'll have to put spoiler warnings in the title.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I did hear that My Hero does a big tone shift and even an age rating change because it gets
extreme tone shift,
which is weird, but I mean, I hope not.
I think the writer had a pretty bad reaction to some of the backlash. The writer had a couple issues with the arc where the tone shift happens, where a character's name caused a lot of backlash in Asian countries because it referred to a war criminal from the Holocaust.
Oh, yikes.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, well, my take was he's a villain. Why is that a problem?
Yeah.
But
you just got played by the heel.
And he also got death threats because he wouldn't make certain characters a certain sexuality. It was just a fucking mess.
That's
Yeah, that
That's
was
fan
where,
entitlement.
yeah, that's you can tell his love for the series went off a fucking cliff. Part of it's his own fault. Part of it, I think there's a little responsibility on the fans with this one because he's had to put up with some disgusting shit.
It's just the
Despite
issue
his own.
with fandoms, like, I don't know, I hate the term fandom because it gives empowerment to the fans, which they do not deserve. And, like, they feel somehow, I don't know, responsible or entitled to the thing they like going a certain way.
yeah.
I
And
agree.
then they expect it to go that way, and when it doesn't, they go, eh. This is
Yeah.
my show. And it's not.
This is my show that I had no hand in.
Yeah.
Yeah, there always has been airs of war and prejudice since the beginning.
Yeah, I'll agree. It's definitely different from Hunter, where allegedly, I say allegedly only because I haven't read
Uh-huh.
it, where the arc suddenly shifts tone. This is definitely like, from the beginning, the story's narrator, which I think Deku, is just like, things go really wrong and this is how.
Yeah.
And they definitely don't shy away from horrible things. Yeah. Like, the birth of the first superhuman is, like, the herald of, like, basically the second Dark Ages, I think they say. Not in as many words, but it felt like that's what they were alluding to.
Oh. Yeah, All Might definitely brought it all to a better place. And, yeah, I don't know how much we can really get into it.
Yeah, I don't want to. But back to the point I should have just said and left it
That's
alone.
fine.
I don't keep up with My Hero regularly like I used to. Which I was in love with My Hero, so I think that says a lot.
My Hero was great. I really liked it, but then my liking of it sort of waned.
Yeah, I still think it's one of the best ones out there, but
Yeah, like I think even still, it's very consistent.
yeah.
And any of the tone shifts, like none of it was jarring. It always felt very gradual.
Yeah, like I've heard some dumb takes. Like a friend of mine said he didn't like the series anymore because he felt like Ochako is becoming the main character because of a speech she gives, and I'm like, that's such a bad take just because it's wrong. Like
There
it
have
just-
been several points where other characters have had like really big moments of like character growth.
Yeah, and he chose a character having a speech aimed towards Deku as that moment. Like, that just doesn't make sense. But, yeah, no, for a long time, My Hero was competing with One Piece for my favorite. And if you ever have talked to a One Piece fan, you know that's something.
And I still read One Piece. I'm still caught up, but like if you've talked to me for more than 5 minutes about it, you know that it's definitely fallen out of favor with me. But it feels like it's at a good place. But I think the My Hero writer was smart enough not to drag it out long enough to lose any heart and soul that they could still retain in writing something so massive.
Sorry, in the middle of your point, I looked over at chat and said, if the creator says otherwise, I'll send him a death threat. So that's where my hysteria came from, sorry. But yeah, I do like that he didn't overextend, but at the same time, it very badly has a sense of being rushed. From the manga, at least. I haven't watched the anime in a while.
I did like some of that pacing though. Like there's a point where it just ramps up and does not stop, and it just feels very tense. And I thought that was conveyed really well.
In My Hero?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? In One Piece, we've been in Wano for how long?
I hear
Something being rushed in One Piece.
We all celebrated when we realized it was actually over. Oh my god.
I hear that we've entered the final stage of One Piece.
The next chapter is the last part of the. It's called the Four Emperors Saga, and after that, it is the last saga.
Wow. I mean, it's still gonna be like
Which-
7 years, but wow.
Yeah, keep
How
in
are we
mind
gonna get to Elbaf?
this saga was 3 arcs in 6 years.
Jeez.
So
With not a whole lot of breaks, to my knowledge.
no, and one of those arcs is only like 10 chapters long.
Is that the
Zoom.
Mink area? Yeah.
Yeah, the Mink tribe is what I think they call
Which I
it.
was very surprised that was so short.
Which is a shame. I wish we would have spent more time there, but
Might go back.
well, we certainly could have spent less time on Whole Cake or Wano. So, like, there was so many wasted chapters in both.
It was just lazy writing.
If the payoff wasn't so good, I would have called Wano my least favorite. But it delivered, and it changed my mind about all the stuff I wanted to be a petty little hater about.
Yeah, Axum's talking about like Toei did a crossover special with Goku, Luffy, and Toriko.
Oh yeah, I've watched a few of those crossovers episodes. They're all really fun. But no, it never appears in the manga.
I never watched them because I was just like, this is filler. There's enough One Piece. I don't need it. I'll come back to it, and then I just never came back to it.
The chains in Jujutsu. Oh, I think I know which part you're talking about.
I think
Kyra.
I saw an episode. I was just like, I've watched enough shonen right now. I don't need more.
Jujutsu and not One Piece. My Hero at a very similar time had a very similar tone shift.
Oh, weird.
But keep that in mind with Jujutsu already being kind of darker. They pushed it, like they leapt to a new tone at the same level. So Jujutsu's got really dark really fast.
Huh.
And yeah. Let's just say I hope you're not a fan of certain characters because things just have not been answered.
Oh, jeez.
I've been reading it, and so I don't know, a lot of tone shifts don't feel that especially jarring. Like, it feels paced out well, so I can't speak for the anime at all.
Oh, I was reading it as well. I haven't watched since like the Summer Games shit.
I think you're talking about two different shows.
Yeah, I kind of fell out of Jujutsu 2, Kyra, so I get that. Like, I don't think that one was a tone problem. I would argue My Hero wasn't either. It just kind of feels like kicking a dead horse repeatedly, story-wise. Which I get is probably the point, but... I'm also probably 30 chapters behind at this point.
Oh, I looked. I'm like 150 behind.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What do you think, Aaron, on
I'll read One Piece
on the
first.
art?
I mean, what do you mean? What about it?
Hair or no hair?
I think no hair. Or very little hair.
Great big bushy beard.
Great big bushy beard. Maybe one more hair than that. Yes.
Give him the Tommy Pickles treatment.
Kinda, yeah. I was busy reading chat and ignoring you like a good friend.
Have you ever kicked a dead horse?
I don't know if I've ever been around a dead horse.
Have you been around a live horse?
Yeah, I used to have one.
Well, then it sounds like you've been around a dead horse too.
No, the horse was somewhere else when it died.
What is the secret suggestion? What if I told you it wouldn't be a secret? What do you mean from last week? We'll find out.
There you go. Felt like the head just needed something.
Well, guess what? This isn't the secret suggestion.
Don't tempt me, Retracin. That's it. We need to put some Venture Brothers suggestions in the suggestion box. That's what I want.
No, I'd be down for that.
I think the secret suggestion was Western spaghetti. You ready for some Western spaghetti?
I used to be a pasta chef. So the
It's
answer is
got a
no.
leg up.
I don't want to think about it.
I think you do.
Gonna have some rigatoni flashbacks.
Deal with the penne problem.
Penne Pete, I'm calling you out. Too long you've been using store-bought marinara.
We don't take kindly to ragu in these parts.
I'm unfollowing. Well, yeah. Sorry, I'm
Nope,
sorry
at
to
least
hear
we Still
that.
have definitely not Kyra.
Yep.
And I brought that up just so she can threaten us with that too.
Aw, you're so kind.
Yeah.
It'd be a bigger hit for you, Dakota. For
Listen,
going off the canon we've already established.
I just don't want any unfair advantages.
One less person gunning for my seat.
Big talk.
Big time. All I do is talk big. You've seen my follow through.
That's fair. Wish I had a better retort.
It's
I was
okay.
about to say you weren't
But
supposed
my brain
to.
is cooked.
I'm about to say you kind of just put me down in the dirt and left me there.
You dirty dog, this is where you belong.
Oh well, cool. This is.
This is great.
I love doing this show with my friends. At least I'm not in jail this week.
Not yet. It's okay. It's easy. We leave it unlocked. It's pretty easy to escape.
Yeah, and sometimes I just choose to sit there for a while.
Yeah, it's good meditation.
Oh god, that's not what I'm mostly yelling. I never said this last week, but I was like trying to have a conversation with Dom for 2 minutes before I realized.
I'm glad it worked.
Yeah, thanks, asshole.
You're welcome.
I still love the Yeehaw Namicon. The Yeehaw-macon.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it truly doesn't.
Just like every decision on this show, it's made without consulting at least one of us.
Yeah, we just do what we want.
Despite the fact that we have meetings and discuss everything. But
Ooh, part that kimono.
that cutoff made it interesting.
All right.
Excellent timing on the cutoff.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't even know what I cut off.
You said I got a cough real quick and then just cut off.
Oh, yeah. It was real quick.
I mean, the favoritism kind of parallels what you got going on here in the show. It's them ganging up on me, and they gang up on you, too.
I just made this show because I like to bully Dakota.
Yeah, I wouldn't respond to his text, so he started telling me I had to do this. Or he is going to tell one of my teachers I stole his art.
To be fair, Retracin gives us like a shitload of suggestions.
Oh, I think you just started something.
Maybe. Just throw more in there.
Yeah, there's no way we're getting to them all now.
Oh, was there a massive dump?
There's been like 4 today.
I feel like there's about to be.
Yeah.
Fair.
I'm definitely watching them pile up. We'll do a lightning round where it's like 5 minutes per sketch.
We could go
Oh,
over them on
boy.
stream and really make her mad.
I don't think that's a great idea.
Why? What's wrong, Aaron? Are you afraid there might be some favoritism?
Potentially, maybe.
Oh, interesting.
There's a Venture Bros one now.
Oh, beautiful. All right, well, favoritism's real.
Speak it into
Sorry.
existence.
Can't deny it anymore, Kyra.
Alright. How are we gonna make this work, fellas?
What are you talking about?
Do you feel better about it?
Finally moving on to the background. I think I'm gonna even work on the not work some more.
Okay.
But figured I'd move on to something different just for a little variety.
Right. You did want to do a bunch of symbols above each one.
Yeah, the crown.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to change up this background entirely, I feel.
No more pinkish.
Yeah, I don't think the pinkish really works.
I think you do get to see.
I'd worry if you did a dark one, you'd have to change the circle color. The red.
Oh, I think I'm doing something entirely new.
Oh.
We're starting from ground zero here, baby. How do we feel about this nice muted brick red?
You act like this hasn't been the last decade of my life. You chose that life, though. To be fair.
You hit him with the hardest thing, the truth. God, I got hit with some of that yesterday. Ooh, that was fucking tough.
Yeah.
That's an after show conversation.
Oh,
My God.
no.
Oh boy.
That's definitely too short.
Yeah, truth hurts.
Better.
Pyro, what's the suggestion you would like? Wrote it? Nope. Okay, I do love that, but purely because of One Piece.
That thing is
Reverse centaur.
like, what's
A
that?
reverse centaur.
Oh,
Unless you mean a horse top. And then
I don't care. Like, any way you interpret that's fun.
that's true.
reverse centaur requires some acrobatics, but it's really fun if you get the right couple involved.
It is. Did I not have a layer where that's deleted? There we go.
Yeah, it's
There you
good to
go.
leave some artist interpretation for it.
I don't know, Aaron. I don't think my colors are working.
Well, you'll probably have to redo them.
Yeah.
Unless it's some weird camouflage.
I'm just looking at to figure out what colors I want to use. And then hitting every layer I don't intend to.
Of course, because you don't name them.
Actually, I have named most of them.
Oh.
I just was not... I was trying to look at the art while I did it. Don't drink and drive.
Noir.
Some of this I'm just gonna fill in later.
This will work.
How long have we been going? Like hour and a half?
We started at 8, so yeah.
Feels like it.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some stuff I muted before I finished.
Yeah, we don't have a timer going tonight. There's not much point. It's basically just...
And no reason to add that stress factor.
True.
There's really no circumstance in it.
Nope, we're just going until you guys feel like we're done.
So what's new? What's happening?
Nothing really. I'm pretty dead from the events of yesterday.
Fair enough. And we already talked about Todd Howard's Big Beautiful Lie.
Yeah. We'll see how full that game is whenever it releases and how much the fans need to mod it.
Yep.
Silk Song, I'm excited for that. Still no release date, but everything they showed was coming out within the next 12 months, so a rough release.
Hate to break it to
them.
you. I was watching a show where they were going over all that, and they went through the list, and that was the only game not specifically listed on it'll be out in the next 12 months.
Silk Song?
Yep, it was the only one not listed on.
Well, we'll see. They might be like, guess what? It's out.
Hey, if I'm wrong, good for you.
Yeah, I hope. I
rather you be cautiously optimistic.
Yeah. No, until I get a release date, I'm just like, it's vaporware. We'll see if it comes out.
Got to tell some I told them so, but I didn't remember who it was, so I made a group chat to make a blanket. I told you so to whoever it was that wronged me.
It sounded like you were making up a fake sentence as you read that.
It was... I don't know what's going on in chatting anymore. I'm sorry. I tuned out for a minute. Trying to get back into it.
Cody Rhodes Store's pectoral, yeah. I heard he's gonna be out for like 9 months. It kind of sucks. Because they were ramping him up to be like, top card. Which, I mean, good on him, because he got to break out of being Stardust, and I don't think I want to see the pictures. That sounds awful. I'm sure. Like, he tore it straight off.
Oh, God.
Yeah. That's my brother. Don't lie.
That's my brother. Why else would they bring it up? They were really worried about their brother, Aaron. Don't be so rude.
Well, tell him I say hi.
There you go. That's the spirit. We'll laugh about this later. Mostly at you, but still.
It's fair. I'm used to it.
Wow, now I feel like the bully.
Well, maybe you should.
Leave it to the guy who bullies me every other week to have the anti-bullying tactics.
Yep. It's just like the when Matt did it.
When what?
When what the
Yeah?
fuck is his name? Matt Hardy. He did an anti-bullying stint where like he
At first I was messing with you, and then as it went on, I'm just like, what the fuck is he on about? I was so lost.
Yeah.
I was like, I wanted to do a bit, but I'm just like, is he okay?
No, I'm dying.
Like, is this a side effect of the DARE program? You try to talk about bullying and you just shut down?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it was the chip they implanted in all of us when we
Yeah.
graduated DARE.
The one that makes us crave drugs at the same time?
Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys. I crave drugs. He did one of those like silent videos where like you have the cards with the words on it and like you lower it to, you know, keep talking or whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did those, but they were, you know, about how he was bullied by someone else or whatever.
Did he kick their ass?
Probably. I mean, it's Matt Hardy.
True.
I'm sorry that I accused you of lying. I don't know your whole family tree. You might have a brother named not Matt Hardy, Cody Rhodes.
Man, see, this just continues to pile on the evidence for favoritism.
Well, Retracin didn't say that he was related to Cody Rhodes.
I thought you were going to redeem yourself
Nope.
and say something about favoritism. Listen, I'm trying here. The
Trying
power
to make this
dynamic.
an after-school
I
special.
don't remember who he
Yeah.
was bullied by. This was before I got into wrestling.
Oh, convenient. You don't remember.
Bullied by his brother Jeff.
I think I'm going to start coloring a little. Oh, amazing. I can't talk about it on here, but boy, let's just say somebody's getting what they deserve. Holy
Bullied
shit.
by Edge because he got cucked.
Someone's about to get cucked. I was going to try to convince somebody I work with to get somebody else replaced because they're doing a terrible job. And I don't even have to.
Did they
Nice.
burn their own bridges?
No, I can't say anymore, actually. I
Fair.
shouldn't.
Good
But
stuff.
they got
But I have to,
what was coming to them.
thank God. I have to answer some messages real quick.
Okay. Guess who Raven the Wrestler used to be? I'm gonna guess.
Raven Simone.
It's China, back from the dead.
Whoa, maybe. I'm gonna say H. Oh,
Flamingo.
nope.
Like One Piece.
Yep.
That's the only flamingo I know.
Wait, is it?
I'm not familiar with the wrestler, and this became a whole point at trivia the other night.
Well, apparently it was from True.
It wasn't a part of trivia, though. It was a conversation had entirely independent of the trivia itself.
Oh.
We did horrible regardless, but
Yeah, I don't recognize them either as Raven.
you think you got some niche knowledge and might be able to help bump our team up a few points if you come out to a trivia some Tuesday?
Hell no, I'm terrible at trivia.
I don't like any of this.
No, when you said flamingo, I thought Fandango from the Fashion Police. How dare Red Axum not know someone's into this music? I thought you were a fan.
When they talked about Sexy Flamingo, I was like, did they come out to that KKB song, or
That would be fantastic.
if you had entrance music, what would it be?
You know, I used to know. I think it'd be one of the Metal Gear Rising songs. I can't remember which one. Or one of two songs from Anarchy Reigns. That, of course, I can't play here because of DMCA.
Copyright. Yeah.
But there was a song called, Soon Enough.
Soon enough.
I'ma Make Me a Million.
I might not be
Oh,
familiar.
I'll send it to you. You
Yeah.
can listen to it. I can't.
I always think that's just an interesting perspective to have on somebody. How about you, Chet? What would you pick for your entrance music? I think I'd pick probably something punk, like Vintage Piss by Sonny Vincent, Rocket from the Crypt, or the Pennywise cover of Astro Zombies, just because it gets me pretty jazzed. Most consistently would be Shine by Twerp. Ooh, that's good.
Why would you ignore him? Having a wrestling ring
That's what
in
I
your
would've picked.
backyard is like,
For
yeah,
sure.
peak performance. It doesn't get better. Having two? You got a war game there.
You've got a whole new gimmick. 2 rings?
That's not a new gimmick. It's a gimmick called War Games.
Oh. You've got an old gimmick that I was totally aware of this whole time?
Well, you don't have to do it. Retracin would do it. Probably hire someone.
Yeah.
You could have a whole wrestling federation again. Bring it back. They also have a clap track.
Want to see the return of Jack Hartwell.
That's right. Dude, I would love to watch some backyard wrestling.
Oh, yeah. Make it a hardcore match.
I mean, that's backyard wrestling. They're all hardcore matches.
Whether they started out with that intention or not.
Yep. Go back to the Diamond Dog.
Tony Stark's the first one. Red Accent Building, it would be like the hammer industry. Yeah, so instant hardcore match like we're talking. Some people get a couple of screws in their back.
And then they need a couple screws in their hips.
Yeah.
I don't see a problem with this.
It can't possibly go wrong.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? You know, death. But hey, what's wrestling without the potential of death or physical harm?
That makes it a spectacle.
Yep. You got anything for that YouTube clout? You know what they say, location. Sounds like you already got that, so just do it. Kyra doesn't have to be
I
involved.
don't know what I'm doing with this
It's
anymore.
okay. Maybe a triangle
Lost the
to
thread.
go against the circle.
I think the circles might disappear, but a triangle might help down the road a little bit. That's the wrong pen. I don't want to be using that pen.
They're expensive.
I want to
Yeah,
use
they are.
a good pen.
You could crowdfund it and just be like, you guys pay for it, and it will exist.
If you build it, they will come.
I'll come.
Hell, with crowdfunding, you don't even have to build it.
Yeah. You guys gotta go to the junkyard, buy a shit car you can throw someone through. Or just ask to take a shit car you can throw someone through. You have to buy it. Get some tables somehow. Or build some tables out of plywood and rusty nails.
Alright, I've returned.
Got yourself a main event. Welcome back, Dakota.
Thank you. I'm busy trying to get our good friend Joe some work.
Some work at the 10 Paces industry.
No, some
Real work.
some
Work that pays.
yes, yeah. I didn't want to exactly out that we're glorified
Free
interns.
labor?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna be right back.
We do it out of love.
Yeah, but no, I'm trying to get Joe some work. And yeah, this isn't a slight against Joe for anyone who's familiar with him from the other shows, but when I opened his portfolio to hand off to the guy who's gonna hand it off to someone else, I opened it up and took a look, and I was like, I forgot how fucking good Joe is.
You say that every time, too.
It constantly. Well, the thing is, we were roommates for 2 years, and then and in the same class, which small classes at the school, for all 3 years. So we saw each other's work day in, day out, and I'm still not really used to not seeing it anymore.
Yeah, his line work is clean. And I'd say that's like one of the defining features, or at least it was prior to school. I've seen some of the stuff he's posted, during school, but like,
I can show you.
yeah, because I'd love to see a portfolio, but his socials aren't up to date from what I can tell.
No, you're pretty much right. Hell, I can even show it on stream.
Hell yeah. Are you going to?
You want me to?
Yeah.
Let me finish this little chunk I'm on. I'll bring it up and show the folks. Because, we've never really done that when we show off our artwork that isn't under the gun. That might be something we make an event of one time.
Yeah, just a little
Even
pony
if-
parade.
Well, suddenly I hate this idea. Can't imagine why.
Very strange. I don't know why.
Yeah. It's a phenomenon. No one can explain it. It hasn't been stated every fucking... Anyway.
Simoleon Joe. I'm trying to come up with a joke about The Sims and Joe, but I can't.
Well, don't. That's very rude to
What's
Joe.
a two-sided Zimbabwe deathmatch? I want to know what that is.
It sounds
Yeah.
fascinating.
I hope this isn't just random words you spat out.
Well, regardless, that's true, but do those words have meaning?
No, I give up.
I actually went up to the line, mostly. Actually, that was fun. Actually, let's show off the portfolio near the end of the show. How about that?
Right on. A little something to look forward to, everybody.
And I'm sure Joe won't mind because he deserves some damn credit.
Yeah, that was cool.
For sure.
That boy, such a humble guy, and he doesn't give himself enough credit. He honestly reminds me of you in that sense, Travis.
But he's good.
I didn't fucking stutter.
I appreciate that.
I don't know why, I'm just saying it. Fuck. Fucking Debbie Downer and kick your ass.
You,
Do it. I deserve it.
Alright, well now this is getting into fetish territory.
you boys need to take this to the Fortnite arena.
You just like making us change channels. That's not the name of a channel in Discord, is it? For some reason I thought it was.
No,
It's about to be.
but it could be.
I just immediately assumed, I was like, this is what Aaron does. This is his MO.
Well,
Where are we dropping?
I'm not doing anything else. I might as well.
I mean, tilted, because I always am.
Play anything, we're gonna play Overwatch, and we can only play McCree.
Who?
If they didn't remove the option to pick multiple heroes.
Oh, multiple of the same.
Yep. Haven't been able to do that for a long time. Big part of why the game went downhill.
I guess it makes for easier balancing, but
That is why they did it, but boy, that balancing didn't work for them.
yeah, I mean, when the company balancing it is a fucking trash heap.
Whatever could you mean?
You can polish up your game all you want.
I almost said Fortnite 2. Overwatch 2 is gonna be free to play.
They have to do something because it was not very well liked.
I'm not gonna give them money.
Well, now you don't have to, unless you want skins.
Oh shit, they got my
Yep.
number.
Honestly, Retracin, just put that in the suggestion box so we remember. I'm sure we're gonna be up on all kinds of bullshit for Halloween.
Well, Halloween's
Halloween week, we're gonna do a long show, right? We have to.
Oh yeah, it's
Ah,
gonna
okay,
be
great.
spooky.
We might do a lot of shows. Who knows?
I was about to say, are we gonna do Inktober streams that month?
Oh yeah, the spookiest show of all.
Yeah, honestly, it's terrifying.
That's
Don't-
up to you boys.
Do that again.
Cough.
So, when you said it with the raspy voice, I felt kind of bad. But yes.
Okay. I'll put my vape away.
Oh, it was caused by a vape? Now I don't feel bad.
It wasn't sickness or anything. It was just nicotine.
Wasn't sick. Yeah, sorry. I was conditioned from last week.
I'll actually get a tattoo of one of your guys' work.
Holy
For
shit.
Inktober, you guys gotta get your tattooing machines ready.
We gotta raise
Oh,
the
boy.
stakes.
This is
There has to,
getting 6 butts lined up next to each other, tattooed on his ass.
oh, this is gonna be the worst Inktober ever. We're gonna be committed to making awful things.
Easy peasy.
I understand I'm on a gradient tool now, but I would still like to see my cursor. There we go.
No cursor for you.
Shut up. You're right, though.
Yeah, it keeps disappearing.
I think it's just so... Does it disappear?
It definitely looks like it disappears.
Yeah, no, it actually is disappearing.
Maybe I don't know why.
Because it hates me. I did this on the wrong layer anyway.
Do I get out of here? Let's drag it another layer.
I just realized I still have the BRB thing there. Oops.
It's barely in shot. What the fuck?
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a radial menu. How did I get to that? I legitimately don't know how I brought that up.
If it's intentionally bad, I'll print the design, vomit on it, and get a tat of the image that remains. That's pretty punk fucking rock, my
Hey,
man.
it's your body, your choice.
Actually, I think that's just what we have to draw for him, is that exact process happening as he described.
It's like a step-by-step how-to that he has to follow through on.
Yeah, and he has to get each part tattooed in succession on his body.
Call that the G.G. Allen step-by-step.
You've lost me.
The punk rocker who's famous for fighting people, shitting on stage, and pissing on people.
Oh, that's
What a thing to be famous for.
for some people.
Like, they parodied him in Whitest Kids You Know. So you might be familiar with that little touchstone.
Probably. I haven't seen a lot of Wookuk.
You know, that's punk fucking rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was basically parodying G.G. Allen. Except, you know, he actually played, you know, thrash punk music.
Yeah, instead of that namby-pamby shit.
Hey, are you targeting me?
Yep.
I don't know. I think my stuff makes their stuff look like
It
baby stuff.
probably does.
Doesn't necessarily mean anything in the grand scheme, though.
I can't keep putting attention. He's just jumping.
It sounds like you should give him attention.
Probably also. Now he jumped up. Hi, bud.
Yeah. This will look real nice if I ever get around to coloring it.
Kinda stopped working on mine normally to color a little bit of it. Just because I wanted to.
I should have to get some of this structure fleshed out. See if it's something I want to keep. So far, we're like 1 for 4 with stuff I've kept.
Oh, don't do that. Why'd you zoom out? Did that on the wrong layer. Oh, rip.
That's the process. Y'all are just witnessing art in action.
Alright, now I get to try different colors. I kinda was doubting the color I chose anyway. Alright, Retracin is just really committed to getting a tattoo from us. One of us, I should say.
Oh yeah, they're both hooked on the stuff.
I feel like Retracin
They're
has a
straight up inkers now.
Yeah. I think Retracin has a secret favorite he wants a tattoo from and just won't say it outright.
It's Joe. We all know it's Joe.
Well, it might be after I show off some of his stuff.
Is Joe a known tattoo artist?
No, he is very good at inking though, so his stuff would translate into a tattoo very well.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm. That clean line work.
He could be an excellent tattooer based on that steadiness alone if he wanted to.
Oh yeah. Already. Where's Kyra gonna get that tattoo at this time? Is it steel and ink again, or is it? Yeah, that was steel and ink. Or is it somewhere abroad?
Traveling to a back alley in Kentucky.
Ooh yeah, that's where you want it.
This is a good ink.
Steel and ink. Cool.
Oh, did I do that on the wrong layer?
No, it's pretty trite to say, but there's so many tattoos I want, and they all far exceed my my tattoo budget, which is
Nothing.
none.
I from a mile away, I'm like, because there isn't one.
Yeah.
I still gotta get my first one. God knows when that'll actually happen.
We'll just get you a One Piece tattoo.
Yeah.
I've honestly thought about getting Lost pirate or standard fucking skull and crossbones. Couldn't think of the name.
The Jolly Roger.
Jolly Roger, thank you. Why does this keep zooming out? It's weird. I must be hitting something I'm not aware. Is touch on this on?
Touch off. Touch
Nope.
on.
Oh wait,
Touch off.
I read that wrong.
We would like to play.
I forgot about those. What spiky-haired anime boys does she have already?
Is Nishinoya from Haikyuu. From Bakugo.
Yo, digga.
I think a Botan tattoo would be really choice.
That'd be pretty cool, yeah.
I've also always really wanted to get a Chopper's Jolly Roger.
Is that the one with the clover print?
Yeah, with the
Acro pedals, right?
yeah. Because I really love that scene with Hero Luke.
Yeah.
Got the secret of the ooze going on.
Yeah, some freshly squeezed.
Gross.
Looks like it. With some Danganronpa blood.
Yeah.
It's always funny to me.
The pink blood.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I am heavily into Danganronpa right now. Like, I finished Game Grumps' playthrough of the second game. I'm watching another group play the second game just because, Aaron's a little checked out and incompetent with the gameplay, and it's interesting to see, another world where Dan got to experience the game normally without having to babysit somebody who hated
Wait, Dan's in a different group as well?
No, but there's someone who's the same as him.
Okay.
He's like, but this guy's extra main protagonist and super like innocent.
Gotcha.
So all the twists hit him so hard, and it's just a delight to watch.
Yeah, Dan actually like pays attention, and I mean I haven't seen much of the second one because I was playing it, but Dan always like pieces things together a lot better and seems to actually
He
care.
predicted a shocking amount
Yeah.
of shit. Yeah.
Whereas Aaron's just like, I'm gonna read this. I don't care about hanging out with people.
Skip.
And then get confused when he doesn't understand what's going on. Ah, ha, ha, ha. But you know, I sound like the entire fan base right now, so I'll just shut the hell up.
Hot take, Dakota. Hot
Yeah, you're
take.
just full of them.
No, actually, it's the most common take.
Oh, I know.
I
I've been
wasn't
watching
sure.
them since, outset, and Aaron's never read or played
Yeah.
games well.
Yeah.
Oh, it's another episode of they skip the tutorial and then don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Which for some games works, but when it's a visual novel,
Hey, considering they didn't know how to
It-
use the fast travel.
One of the
Admittedly,
few
though-
controls that you actually have.
yeah, admittedly though, Danganronpa does have a lot of nonsensical minigames.
This is true, and the second one only adds to it, and I'm sure the third one only adds to that.
Oh, yeah. Well, what I found interesting, apparently the third game is a whole new saga with new characters, and the third part of the like high school, the Hope's Peak part is in an anime.
Yep.
So I might actually start watching that.
And
tonight.
the first one's an anime as well.
Yeah, I watched some of it just to see how it compares, because it's the game 1-1.
Yeah.
Basically, the only difference is some of the jokes appear earlier. Boy howdy, do not watch the anime. It's good, but it's so condensed. It's like, it's like the difference between watching a World War II movie and talking to a historian about World
wow.
War II. It is so.
The only visual novel I've watched the show of was one of the Fate Stay Nights.
That's fair, because I think that one started as a visual novel.
Oh yeah,
right?
absolutely. And I didn't even watch the first one. I watched like the 8th one or something. But they're not really related. Like they are, but they aren't.
Yeah.
And I mean, I liked it, but I also felt, this is probably better as the visual novel. And everyone's like, yeah, but the anime's okay.
Yeah, I couldn't get into. I don't even remember. I guess it would have been
I understand.
Infinite Blade
Unlimited,
Works,
yeah.
because that's the one that was on
Yep.
Netflix.
That's the one I watched. But I could definitely see how someone might not get into it, because it's pretty anime.
You're pretty.
I am
anyway.
not. I wish.
Oh.
I wish anime was real.
Sure, yeah. Closest I get is my waifu body pillow.
I don't. I'd probably be one of the pedestrians that gets fucked over.
Yeah, I mean,
I've got different colored hair, so I'm a protagonist.
Exactly. I look like a normal guy, which means I get killed by whatever the protag's fighting.
Haha.
if you're even lucky enough to show up in the battle scene.
Lucky, and thank God if I
You
don't.
might just be riding the bus in front of the protagonist.
Hold on. If anime rules, if the death isn't seen, it's not real.
Yeah, I guess all of those people in houses, they don't die.
Yeah, if I don't see their bodies.
Do you really just want like a long pandering shot of thousands of bodies?
No, I just know better. Comics and anime, unless you see the body. Well, okay. Anime is if you see the body. Comics is it doesn't matter. They'll be alive next month because corporate.
Do
Unless
they
it's
sell toys?
basically. Except for there was an era where comic companies weren't a bunch of pansies and started getting behind the idea of legacy and actually letting characters die. But then people got too mad about quote unquote woke BS in their comics because the new characters weren't white straight males, so they started freaking the fuck out. And I talked to these fans up close and personal. It's as dumb as you think it is.
They're babies.
Oh, it's fucking pathetic. Somebody was getting mad that Captain America was taking on something political. And it was a political... because this is when Cap switched over to... Sam. And they were mad about that. I was like, do you know anything about Captain America? Any of them? And then I bought the comic just to spite him in the moment. Turns out I loved the comic, and it was actually a satire. It wasn't even that political.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, the best part... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say media literacy is dead.
Yeah, the best part is the comic had a bit where Fox News, not even an analog, actual Fox News, in the comic is targeting Sam Wilson, mocking him and making fun of it because of propaganda news, because this is when fake news was a new thing. The funniest fucking thing, 2 days later, the actual Fox News covers the comic book and glances over them being in the book.
Yikes.
And they almost echoed what the comic was making fun of them for.
Fantastic.
Oh god, that was so fucking funny.
That is not a satire's core demographic. Trav, I want to steal your leg tat and morph it into a Nimbus cloud flying along some of those waves of the Japanese style. That would be cool. Good little stylized Son Goku on there.
Well, it's progress.
I tried something. I feel like I got really far away from the Art Nouveau style, and I think I kind of want to try and get back more to that, but...
Yeah. This is definitely a project that I will be popping up a lot. That's going to be long form. So far, I've redrawn a lot of the figure, and I have read.
Yeah. It's definitely progress. It looks better than the previous one.
What are you saying?
That I like it more than the previous one.
That did me too.
Okay. That was a nice thing to say. Thank you.
This is far too friendly for my blood.
I was going to start something,
I need to stir up a little contention here.
I had to take it while I could get it. We're winding down, aren't we?
Yeah. I think it's about that time. So I tried something, didn't quite work, but I think the biggest accomplishment of the night for me was getting progress on that not work.
Yeah. So, for anyone who wasn't here earlier, I started with this from another prompt. There were colors. Let me... I guess I moved my colors at one point? Hold on. How the hell did I... Man, I really offset this somehow. Whatever, I fucked that all up. I'm just gonna get rid of that layer. But yeah, this is what we started with for me,
And for me.
and this is where we ended. A lot cleaner, a lot more finished. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna close it. Oh, cool. There's the original. I had it open another file.
Nice.
Let me.
Yeah, I feel like the change, like the pose does a lot for it too.
Oh, did you see the one before I closed it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. This is our dear friend Joe's.
Ooh, yeah, I'm excited.
Sorry, I'm looking at the stream to see. It looks like it's mostly in frame.
Yeah, you can see it.
Let me
I can make
sure.
it big if you want.
No, I think we're good. All right. So some of his pencil work. This is Retracin and Merlin, I believe.
I think your bitrate's dying a little bit.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was just on my end or.
I'll go back to the start. All right. How's it looking?
Fine for now. You just have to sit on the image for a second. Yeah.
All right. I won't scroll and I'll just do this instead. Page 2, Retracin.
Yeah, just with the small details, it blurs it for a sec.
Yeah.
Fine lines.
Yeah. I think there was a third page of this too. What's this? Oh, this is a different one. Swamp Thing and a DC villain called the Upside Down Man.
Weird.
Great Swamp Thing though.
Oh yeah, I love the mossiness.
Let me zoom out a bit on this one. Got a Mars Attack Boy.
Wow.
Was that done with traditional inks? Do you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
This was a assignment we had where we had to ink with strange tools. And I don't know what he used for the background, but like we all used weird stuff. Like I used a paint remover, guitar pick, and a stick.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we all did a bunch of weird shit on that one. His Darth Vader. He painstakingly worked on this one.
Oh yeah, I bet.
What was this? This was he did Hellboy and some random kid, I don't know. But it's basically a story about a pair in the woods, and I think they get attacked by a sniper.
Oh.
I guess he doesn't have the other page in here. These he did just the inks on.
Right on.
Same with this one, just the inks. I forget who did the original pencils.
They're really dynamic.
Yeah, same story here, just the inks.
Now, are those just hatching, or are there actual like mid-tone washes in there?
It's only hatching. There's just the
Wow.
illusion of gray from the hatching.
Huh.
Some of it might appear a little bit gray because some of the blue line didn't get filtered out. I can see in here.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, it's just the illusion of gray. It's a trick that's kind of not done as much anymore, which is a shame.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was Joe's portfolio.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's great work. Hopefully he gets that job because that means we'd actually be working together.
Yeah. Well, best of luck to both of you.
Oh, I don't need luck. I just need a color.
A collar?
Chew color.
Oh, that's less fun. Do we have anyone we want to throw it to?
Well, let me check.
Yeah, I don't, unfortunately.
We can raid Jasky, who's playing a game called One Hand Clapping.
What's the other
Yeah.
hand doing?
Let me see what this is before I say yes.
It's free to do whatever it wants.
Or if we want to entertain the Zoomers, I got someone playing Fortnite.
I don't think we have Zoomers in our chat.
That was the joke.
Oh, well then sure.
I don't know what this game is, but it looks charming. You want to go with trash?
Sure. How do you spell it?
Like that.
Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. We appreciate it as always. I guess we'll see you next week. Well, actually,
Yeah,
we'll see you
see you guys.
Thursday.
Thursday, that's right. Travis, remind me so I don't forget.
Will do.
You are now my
What
keeper.
time?
Ah, Nevins is here the whole time. Good to see you too, Nevins.
Oh. Hello, goodbye,
Hello, goodbye.
Nevins.
All right, well, happy trails. Keep the sand out your eyes.
Yep. And keep the water in your mouth. Oh yeah.